Welcome back. Today it's Dynasty rookie running backs, 13 names, counting down to the guy I think it's the best long-term asset in this whole class.
Look, Dynasty rules means Mac gets to bury guys for their landing spot instead of their talent. I'm ready to fight him on a few of these.
Let's get into it. Number 13, Jam Miller, New England Patriots, 7th round pick out of Alabama, RB4 behind Travion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson.
7th round, but the ball security's ridiculous. 2 fumbles on almost 400 touches at Alabama. Battering ram runner, and I mean that as a compliment.
He ran a 4.42 at 220, which is solid. But RB4 behind 2 established backs is, well, it's RB4, nothing more, for at least a year.
Stash him and forget about him. Kind of like how you forgot to start your own RB1 in week 1 last year, but that's a different show.
Number 12, Seth McGowan, Indianapolis Colts, 7th round pick, RB3 behind Jonathan Taylor and DJ Giddens, and he's 24 already.
I mean, long road to get there. Oklahoma, junior college, New Mexico State, before he finally popped at Kentucky, 725 yards and 12 touchdowns his 1 year as the guy.
The testing backs it up. Best broad jump of any back at the combine, but in Dynasty you're buying years, and 24 with 2 backs ahead of him doesn't buy many. You'd have drafted him around earlier just for the jumps, wouldn't you?
Guilty. Jonathan Taylor himself has praised the kid in camp, so there's a real job available if Taylor ever slips.
Number 11, Eli Heidenreich, Pittsburgh Steelers, 7th round pick out of Navy, RB3 behind Rico Dowdle and Jalen Warren.
Pittsburgh kid playing for the Steelers. I love that story. And he wasn't just a runner at Navy. Almost 2,000 receiving yards in his career. Genuine hybrid skill set.
Of course you love the hometown angle. He tested near the top of the class athletically too. But behind 2 veteran backs, the path onto that roster is special teams first. That's the honest read.
Mike McCarthy already called him a natural football player. I'm not writing that off. I'm just patient with it.
Number 10, Demond Claiborne, Minnesota Vikings, 6th round pick out of Wake Forest, RB3 behind Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason.
22 years old, ran a 4.37. That's the kind of speed that turns a nothing run into 6 Mac.
It's real speed. The knock is he goes down on first contact more than you'd like. Not much power between the tackles yet, and with Jones and Mason ahead of him, touches are scarce in year 1.
Give him a year to add strength behind 2 vets. I still think he's the most explosive name on this list, not named Love or Price. And no, that's not just me chasing 40 times again.
Number 9, Kaytron Allen, Washington Commanders, 6th round pick out of Penn State, RB4 behind Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt and Rachaad White.
Penn State's all-time leading rusher, Mac, 4,000 yards there. Downhill, bully ball runner, plays behind his pads. 4th on the depth chart, undersells how good that college resume was.
It does, but it's also the reality. A crowded backfield with a guy this far down the chart is a wait-and-see dynasty asset, not a year 1 contributor. You always want to skip that part.
He's saying himself he separates once the pads come on. I want to believe that. I'll believe it when I see it in games.
Number 8, Adam Randall, Baltimore Ravens, 5th round pick out of Clemson, RB3 behind Derrick Henry and Justice Hill.
He was a receiver most of his college career and only moved to running back for his senior year. Put up 8, 14, and 10 touchdowns in that one season. Wild conversion story.
I mean, it shows in the toolkit. Real size at 6'3", 232 with legitimate receiving hands. The vision's still raw, which makes sense given the limited reps at the position. Apparently the owner picked him himself, so somebody in Baltimore really believes in it.
Learning behind Derrick Henry is about the best classroom there is. Give him time. I like where this lands.
Number 7, Nicholas Singleton, Tennessee Titans, 5th round pick out of Penn State, RB3 behind Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears.
Penn State's all-time touchdown leader, passed Saquon Barkley's record, downhill, straight-line power back who finishes runs falling forward. That's a real college resume for a round 5 guy, and this class has 2 of them from Happy Valley.
He broke his foot at the Senior Bowl and didn't test at the Combine, so there's no fresh athletic profile to point to. He's also a plus receiver, which helps his case behind 2 backs who already split touches.
No wiggle in tight spaces, sure, but I don't need wiggle from a guy this size. 7's fair.
Number 6, Emmett Johnson, Kansas City Chiefs. 5th round pick out of Nebraska, RB3 behind Kenneth Walker and Amari Demercado.
12 touchdowns and 46 catches his last year at Nebraska. The receiving work is legit. Some of the quickest feet in this whole class, honestly.
Look, the vision and the elusiveness are the calling cards. He's not going to win with size or straight line speed outside, but he's already out there early with a jugs machine before anybody else shows up. That's a good sign.
I love a guy who's out there before everybody else, unlike some numbers guys who show up right at kickoff.
Number 5, Mike Washington Jr., Las Vegas Raiders. 4th round pick out of Arkansas, RB2 behind Ashton Genty.
Mac, this guy ran a 4.33 at 6'2", 225. Fastest 40 of any back in the class at that size. I mean, that's not a normal athlete. That's a freak.
The testing's absurd, and he broke 1,000 yards at Arkansas too. The concern is ball security. 10 fumbles across his last 3 college seasons. That has to clean up before Vegas trusts him with more work.
Genty himself has co-signed him publicly, and Kubiak's building a real two-back system there. I'm all in on the RB2 job with that much juice behind him.
Number 4, Jonah Coleman, Denver Broncos. 4th round pick out of Washington, RB3 behind J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey.
Built like a dump truck, this guy. 5'8", 220, and he still catches everything. 1 drop on 88 career targets. That's absurd for a college back.
The receiving and pass pro chops are real, which matters. That's usually how a rookie running back sneaks onto the field behind 2 established guys. He's not an explosive runner, but the role fits third down duty.
I'll take the dump truck comparison and run with it. 4 feels right for that skill set.
Number 3, Kaelon Black, San Francisco 49ers. 3rd round pick out of Indiana, RB3 behind Christian McCaffrey and Jordan James.
1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns helping Indiana win a national title. This guy's built low to the ground. Strong leg drive, finishes physical. Kyle Juszczyk called him a ball of muscle in camp.
3rd round for a back who profiles more as change of pace than bell cow. Well, that tells you where the league had him. But landing in San Francisco behind the back he's behind means every carry gets seen. That matters in Dynasty.
Beat writers are already calling him nasty as a runner. I'll take that description and that landing spot both.
Number 2, Jadarian Price, Seattle Seahawks. 1st round pick out of Notre Dame, and right now he's the RB1 on Seattle's depth chart.
Never even made a college start in 41 games at Notre Dame and still put up 1,700 yards behind Jeremiyah Love. Elite vision, smooth hips. The most natural runner in this whole class. I mean it.
And the situation lines up. He's the clear back in Seattle right now. Mike McDonald's already praised his pass protection and his decisiveness, and he's working as a runner, a receiver, even a returner.
A 1st round pick who's already RB1 on his own team. Come on, that's about as good as a Dynasty landing spot gets. And don't tell me you saw this one coming, Mac, because you didn't.
Number 1, Jeremiyah Love, Arizona Cardinals. 3rd overall pick out of Notre Dame, and he's the RB1 in Arizona.
3rd overall, Mac, a fully guaranteed $53 million contract, almost 1,400 yards and 18 touchdowns his last year at Notre Dame, finished 3rd in the Heisman. This is the easiest number 1 on the board.
The profile backs it up completely, a 4.3640 at 6 foot, 214, with a real receiving resume to go with it. That's every box checked. Draft capital, age, production, and a 3-down role in a wide-open offense.
He's already drawing rave reviews in camp, and Jacoby Brissett's talking him up. For once, I don't even need the eye test to agree with your spreadsheet. That's my number 1 too. Easy.
That's our top 13 rookie running backs for Dynasty. Draft capital and situation carried a lot of weight here, and it should. That's what determines who actually gets the ball.
Look, if your guy landed lower than you hoped, that's a depth chart problem, not a talent problem. Most of these backs just need an injury in front of them.
Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next rankings.
See you next time.